Most gardeners think November means the end of planting, but what if I told you this month could be the start of your most productive season yet? Because while everyone else packs up their tools, smart growers are sowing the exact seeds that love the chill, grow quietly through the cold, and explode with harvest once the days get longer. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll know the 10 must-grow seeds for November that'll keep your garden alive, thriving, and way ahead of spring. Hey there, welcome back to Green Family, your home for easy, practical gardening tips that help you grow more food without needing a big space or big budget. If you've ever thought the cold months meant your garden had to take a break, this video will completely change how you see your growing season. Before we dig in, make sure to tap that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any of our weekly guides that teach you how to plant smarter, harvest faster, and make your garden flourish all year long. All right, grab your notepad because we're about to reveal 10 powerful seeds you should start this November, plus a bonus one that even seasoned gardeners often overlook. 1. Spinach. Spinach is one of those crops that truly thrives when the weather turns cool. November is the perfect month to plant it because lower temperatures bring out its natural sweetness and tenderness. You can grow it directly in the ground, in raised beds, or even in containers. It doesn't take up much space. Simply sow the seeds about half an inch deep in loose, rich soil and keep them consistently moist. Within a few weeks, you'll start to see lush green leaves that are ready to pick. Another great thing about spinach is how fast it grows. You can start harvesting baby leaves in as little as 3 weeks, and if you keep cutting the outer leaves, new ones will continue to grow from the center. It's a perfect choice for gardeners who love a quick turnaround crop. Spinach also tolerates light frost really well. In fact, the cold enhances its flavor instead of ruining it. That means you can keep harvesting even when other plants have slowed down for winter. Bonus tip: for an endless supply, sow new seeds every 2 weeks. Always harvest the outer leaves first to encourage continuous regrowth. And for extra nutrient power, feed your spinach with compost tea or worm castings every few weeks. It'll reward you with darker, richer, more flavorful leaves. 2. Carrots. Carrots are another fantastic seed to plant in November, especially if you live in a region with mild winters. Cool soil actually helps carrots develop a deeper color and richer, sweeter flavor, something warm weather just can't replicate. Choose a loose, sandy soil or a deep container that allows their roots to stretch freely. If your garden soil is heavy or clay-like, raised beds or pots are your best friends. Gently sow the seeds about 1/4 inch deep, cover lightly, and keep the soil damp until you see tiny green shoots. One of the biggest secrets to growing perfect carrots is spacing. Once the seedlings emerge, thin them out early, give each one enough room to grow without competition. Crowded carrots often twist around each other or grow short and stubby. A little discipline at the start pays off with long, straight, and beautiful roots later. Another tip is to avoid fresh manure. It causes the roots to fork and split. Instead, enrich your soil with old compost before planting for steady, even growth. Bonus tip: plant shorter varieties like Paris Market or Little Finger if you're using containers or have shallow soil. Cover the bed with straw mulch to protect against freezing nights and to keep the soil workable. And here's a pro trick if you want continuous harvests. Sow new carrot seeds every 3 weeks through late winter for a steady supply of sweet, crunchy roots. 3. Broad beans, fava beans. Here's one most gardeners overlook in November: broad beans, also called fava beans. These hardy legumes are built for cold weather and actually prefer being planted before deep winter sets in. While most crops go dormant, broad beans quietly establish strong roots underground, ready to burst into growth once spring light returns. You can plant them directly into the soil or deep containers if they're unfussy, as long as the soil drains well. They'll sit tight through frost and snow, emerging stronger than ever when temperatures rise. Broad beans aren't just great for their harvest, they also improve your garden. They fix nitrogen into the soil, acting like a natural fertilizer for future crops. When grown in rotation, they leave the soil richer and more fertile than before. Each plant grows sturdy and upright, producing large pods packed with buttery, protein-rich beans. Once you've tasted fresh fava beans sautéed in olive oil and herbs, it's hard to go back to store-bought ones. Bonus tip: pinch off the top few inches of growth once your plants start flowering. This encourages more pods to form and helps prevent aphids from taking over. Use the tender shoots you pinch off in stir-fries or salads. They taste surprisingly similar to pea shoots. And if you leave a few pods on the plant to mature fully, you'll have seeds ready to plant next November completely free for next season's crop. 4. Winter purslane, Claytonia sibirica. Now here's one of the most underrated winter greens you can grow in November: winter purslane, also called Siberian miner's lettuce. It's a cold-loving, vitamin-packed plant that most gardeners overlook, yet it grows beautifully when others fade away. Its small, juicy, slightly tangy leaves are perfect for fresh salads or as a topping for sandwiches. The best part? It thrives in cool, shaded corners where many other greens struggle. Winter purslane is incredibly easy to grow. Scatter the seeds directly on moist soil and gently press them in, no need to bury them deeply. Within a couple of weeks, you'll see clusters of tender green leaves spreading out low to the ground. This plant grows quickly and regenerates after cutting, so you can harvest several times throughout winter. It's a quiet performer, humble but dependable, giving you fresh greens when most gardens are bare. Bonus tip: harvest the outer leaves regularly to encourage new growth. Mix winter purslane with baby spinach or arugula for a vibrant winter salad. And here's a secret from European gardeners: grow it in a cold frame or under a clear plastic cover to extend harvests right through late winter for a fresh green boost when you need it most. 5. Mibuna, Japanese mustard green. Here's one you won't find in most gardens: Mibuna, a graceful Japanese mustard green that thrives in November's cool, calm weather. This leafy vegetable grows fast, tastes mild with a slight peppery kick, and handles frost far better than spinach or lettuce. It's perfect for salads, soups, or quick stir-fries, adding a delicate crunch and subtle mustard flavor that wakes up any winter meal. Mibuna grows best when sown directly in the ground or in a large container filled with rich, moist soil. Scatter the seeds lightly, cover them with a thin layer of compost, and water gently. Within a week, you'll see narrow, blade-like leaves emerging, elegant and vibrant. The plant matures quickly, and you can start harvesting baby leaves in just 3 weeks. Unlike many greens, Mibuna keeps producing even in low light and shorter days, making it one of the most reliable greens for the colder season. Bonus tip: for tender leaves, grow Mibuna in cooler temperatures and avoid too much direct sun. Pair it with Mizuna or Tatsoi for a colorful, flavorful mix of Asian winter greens. And here's a gardener's secret: a light feed of seaweed fertilizer every 2 weeks keeps the leaves vibrant, crisp, and full of that signature mild mustard flavor. If you're loving these unique November planting ideas, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. It really helps more gardeners discover these hidden gems. And tell me in the comments, which of these rare seeds are you most excited to try this month? I love seeing what you're all growing. Also, if you've learned something new so far, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell so you don't miss our next upload. We've got even more cold season planting secrets and container garden tips coming your way. All right, let's jump right into the next powerful November seed you shouldn't skip. 6. Mizuna, Japanese water green. If you've never tried Mizuna, November is the perfect time to give it a spot in your garden. This elegant Japanese green has feathery leaves and a mild, peppery taste that adds flavor and texture to salads, soups, and stir-fries. What makes Mizuna stand out is its incredible tolerance for cold. It actually grows better when temperatures drop. While most greens slow down or die back, Mizuna keeps pushing out new leaves, thriving quietly in chilly weather like a true survivor. Sow Mizuna seeds directly into pots, raised beds, or even between other winter crops. It germinates quickly in cool soil and grows fast, giving you baby leaves in as little as 15 days. The plant stays compact, which means you can fit several in a small space, ideal for balcony or patio gardeners. Keep the soil evenly moist, and you'll enjoy a steady supply of crisp, tender leaves through the season. Mizuna's roots are shallow, so gentle watering is key to prevent wilting. Bonus tip: combine Mizuna with other cold-hardy greens like kale or mustard for a continuous harvest blend. To boost flavor, water with compost tea every 2 weeks. It keeps the leaves tender and full of nutrients. And here's a smart gardener's move: plant Mizuna once, let it flower in spring, and it'll self-seed naturally for next year's harvest, no effort required. 7. Red Veined Sorrel, Rumex sanguineus. If you want something striking, flavorful, and rare for your November garden, Red Veined Sorrel is a showstopper. With its vivid green leaves streaked by deep crimson veins, it's as ornamental as it is edible. But don't let its beauty fool you. This hardy perennial thrives in the cool, short days of November. It's slightly tangy with a refreshing lemony bite, perfect for adding brightness to salads, soups, and even omelets. It's one of those plants that make you feel like a professional gardener just by growing it. Red veined sorrel loves cool weather, rich soil, and consistent moisture. Plant the seeds about a quarter-inch deep and keep the soil damp but not soggy. It germinates quickly, and within a few weeks, you'll have clusters of colorful leaves ready to harvest. Because it tolerates frost so well, it continues to grow even when many other greens fade away. Plus, its perennial meaning, once you plant it this season, it'll return year after year with minimal effort. Bonus tip: harvest young leaves for the best flavor. Mature leaves can get a bit tangy. Pair it with milder greens like spinach or lettuce for balanced salads. And here's a trick. If you cut the entire plant down to about 2 inches when it starts flowering, it'll regrow tender new leaves within weeks, giving you a fresh cycle even before winter fully sets in. 8. Tatsoi, Asian spoon cabbage. Here's a rare and fantastic green plant in November: tatsoi, also known as Asian spoon cabbage. It's a cold, hardy, leafy green with shiny, dark green, spoon-shaped leaves that form a compact rosette. Tatsoi has a mild, slightly sweet flavor with just a hint of mustardy bite, making it perfect for salads, stir-fries, soups, or even as a garnish. It's one of those plants that quietly thrives in cold weather when most other greens have stopped growing. Tatsoi is incredibly easy to grow from seed. Sow them directly in garden beds, raised boxes, or containers, spacing seeds about 2 inches apart. Press them lightly into the soil, keep the soil consistently moist, and in about 2 to 3 weeks, tender leaves will start appearing. It's a cut-and-come-again plant, so harvesting outer leaves encourages continuous growth throughout the season. Its compact size makes it ideal for small gardens, balconies, or window boxes. Bonus tip: harvest the outer leaves regularly to encourage new growth from the center. Mix tatsoi with Mizuna or mustard greens for a peppery, nutrient-packed winter salad. And here's a secret: grow it in containers near a sunny window or porch during heavy frost, and you'll have fresh greens available even when the garden soil is frozen. 9. Parsley, winter hardy variety. Here's a practical yet often overlooked choice for November parsley, especially winter hardy varieties like Gigani d'Italia or triple curled. While most herbs slow down or die back in the cold, parsley thrives in chilly weather and can even survive light frost. Its bright green leaves are packed with vitamins A, C, and K, and they add fresh flavor to soups, stews, salads, and sauces, making it one of the most versatile and useful herbs to grow during winter. Growing parsley in November is simple. Sow seeds directly into rich, well-drained soil, or start them in a deep container for easier protection from frost. Keep the soil consistently moist, as parsley likes damp conditions, and thin seedlings once they sprout, so each plant has enough room to grow. Even if germination is slow at first, patience pays off. The plants will establish strong roots and grow steadily throughout the season. Bonus tip: harvest parsley by cutting stems at the base rather than snipping leaves, which encourages fuller regrowth. Grow it near a window or under a cold frame for extra protection during frost. And here's a secret: parsley seeds can take a while to germinate, so soak them overnight before planting. This boosts sprouting rates and ensures a strong, healthy crop for winter cooking. 10. Winter Radicchio, Italian red chicory. For a colorful, bittersweet addition to your November garden, winter Radicchio is a must-try. This striking leafy vegetable produces tight heads of deep red and purple leaves with white veins, adding a pop of color to salads and cooked dishes alike. What makes it special is its ability to thrive in cool weather. In fact, the colder it gets, the sweeter and more tender the leaves become. Unlike regular lettuce, Radicchio maintains its flavor and texture well into winter. Winter Radicchio grows best in fertile, well-drained soil. Sow seeds directly into the garden or containers, spacing them 6 to 8 inches apart. Keep the soil evenly moist and remove weeds to reduce competition. Germination may take up to 3 weeks in cooler soil, but once seedlings emerge, they're hardy and slow-growing, forming compact heads that are perfect for cutting and using fresh or lightly braising. Bonus tip: harvest outer leaves first to encourage the head to grow more tightly. Plant near other brassicas for natural pest protection, and if you let a few heads mature fully, you can collect seeds for next season, giving you a self-sustaining crop year after year. For the best flavor, try a quick sauté with garlic and olive oil, or add raw to winter salads for a slightly bitter, refreshing bite. Now you know the 10 rare and powerful seeds to grow this November, from tender greens like Mibuna and Tatsoi to striking crops like red veined sorrel and winter Radicchio. Each one thrives in the cold, gives you a continuous harvest, and adds both flavor and nutrients to your winter meals. With just a little planning and care, your garden can stay productive even when temperatures drop and most plants slow down. Thank you so much for watching, Green Family. If you found these ideas helpful, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, share it with fellow gardeners, and subscribe for more weekly tips that help you grow smarter, not harder. And I'd love to hear from you. Which of these uncommon November crops are you going to plant first? Drop your answer in the comments below, and let's inspire each other to make our winter gardens truly thrive. Keep experimenting, keep harvesting, and remember, even in the coldest months, your garden can be full of life. I'll see you in the next video.